Very much to welcome you to Mesoon African Motifs. I want us to look at creative arts drama. So that is term 4 revision. That is term 4 revision. As you are preparing for the exams that you're going to read for, that you're going to write for term 4 final examination. So this paper was written in 2023, and that is grade 9. It's for grade 9s. So as I guess it says, this is our subject, creative arts, and paper is drama. So you are to take 60 minutes to write this paper, excluding the 15 minutes of reading time. So that is that. So grade 9s, make sure that we are going to read together from the start of this presentation to the end. And make sure that you're going to share with others as we are preparing for our final exams so that we are going to do very well in our examination. Without wasting much time, let me quickly go to the instructions and instructions to the learner. The instruction number 1, you will receive 15 minutes reading time before you begin answering this test. So you're going to be allowed to go through your test. There is that 15 allowance time for you to go through your test before you can attend to it. And also instruction number 2 says, read all the instructions and questions carefully. So make sure that you're going to read the instructions carefully so that you are not going to find yourself with mistakes that are going to cost you because you fail to read the instructions. Instruction number 3, answer all questions. So here you don't choose, you answer all the questions. Instruction number 4, which is the last instruction, use the answer sheet to write all your answers. So that is that. So now let us come to our next page, which is section A, question 1. So we are going to do what? Multiple choice questions. So section A is what? Multiple choice question. Choose the correct option from the responses provided. Write down the correct letter. So we are given 4 options and we are to write what? The correct letter. So 1.1, when is the best time for actors to practice briefing exercises? So we are given 4 options and you can see that the correct answer there is A. Every day as a part of what? As a part of warm-up routine. So that is the best time for actors to practice breathing exercises. So for you to breathe, for you to get energy, for you to try by always be ready to the next activity. So you need to do what? You need to do warm-up routine. So every day is part of their warm-up routine. 1.2, how can actors improve their articulation skills? How can actors improve their articulation skills? So they can improve their articulation skills for the all given options. The correct answer there is B. The correct answer there is B. By practicing the tongue twisters and vocal exercises. That is how they can improve their articulation skills. Describe what tone means in drama. We are now on 1.3. Describe what tone means in drama. So for the 4 given options, the correct answer there is D. The correct answer there is D. The way actors speak and convey their emotion is what is a tone in drama. So hope we are together. And then now let us move on to 1.4. What is a neutral posture in drama? So 1.4, for given options, the correct answer is D. A neutral posture is a posture that is free of tension and that does not reflect a particular personality. We call it a neutral posture in drama. So that is that. Now we come to 1.5. 1.5, why do we use neutral position in drama? Oh, we are on 1.5, as it says. Why do we use neutral position in drum? So we're given four options. There, the correct answer is D. To show calmness as well as the readiness. That is why we use what? A neutral position in drum. 1.6, explain the purpose of loosening exercises in drama. That is 1.6. And for the given four options, the correct answer is B. The purpose of loosening exercises in drama is to improve physical comfort and reduce the risk of injuries. That is why he loosens the exercises. Which of the following now? Which of the following is a trust building exercises? That is 1.7. And the correct answer there is A, blind and guide. Those are trust building exercises. Now coming to 1.8. What is the purpose of trust fall now? Exercises. What is the purpose of trust fall exercises? So we're given four options, and the correct answer there is A, to build trust between actors. To build trust between actors. That is the purpose of trust fall exercises. That is why they are to go through that exercises. That is where we build that relationship, trust, loyalty to these actors. So now let us move on. Now we are on 1.9. 1.9, why are building exercises important in drama? Why are they important? There, the correct answer is A as well for given options. They create safe and supportive environment in which actors can work. Because if you can still remember, we have said this exercise brings trust among the actors. So actors are going to trust each other. So for that matter, that create what? The safe atmosphere, supportive environment. So let us move on. Then it says, use this picture. Use this picture to answer question 1.10 to 1.13. 1.10 to 1.13. So that is that. So here is our picture. You can see it. Here is our picture. So now 1.110, what does the above picture represent? This picture, what does it represent? So that is 1.10. So the correct answer there is B. It represents miming. It represents miming. So now let us move on for 1.1. What do we call working with a partner and taking turns become each other's reflection? 1.11. So the correct answer there is B. That is my role. That is my role. So let us move on for 1.12, which says, what is acting without words called? So correct answer is a meme. That is a mime. Examining one's own emotions and thoughts through self techniques on the stage is called, that is 1.13, and is called a mirror worker. It's called a mirror work. So the correct answer there is A. 1.14. 1.14. When parents run a drug awareness group, they dash the community. That is 1.140. And the correct answer there is A. Inform. When parents run a drug awareness group, they inform the community. So that is that. So they inform the community. Now we come to 1.15. When an audience of all ages laugh and enjoy themselves, they are, that is 1.15, they are entertained. The correct answer is D. Now we come to 1.16. When a group of grade 8 learners are learning about the advantages and disadvantages of organization, they become, that is 1.16, they become educated. Correct answer is B. When a group of laborers organize a strike after they have been unfairly treated at work, they dash themselves. That is 1.17, and the correct answer is C. They mobilize themselves. They mobilize themselves. 1.8. 1.18. Which of the following is the best description of a target audience? 1.18. The correct answer is C. The people for whom the play is intended to be performed. Now we come to 1.9. What could the target audience for a political drama be? 1.9. Correct answer is B. People who like politics. That is that. Now we come to 1.20. How would you describe basic staging conventions? So for the four given options, the correct answer is C. They are general accepted rules of the stage or performance area. Then 1.2, what is the type of stage where the acting space is surrounded on three sides by the audience known as? So the correct answer, the 1.21, is C. That is a flexible stage. That is a type of stage where acting space is surrounded on three sides and by the audience known as flexible stage. Coming to 1.22, how would you describe props in drama? 1.22. So the correct answer for given options is C. Movable objects on a stage, that is a props in drama. What is the purpose of props in a play? What is the purpose of props in a play? So the purpose of props in a play, 1.23, is to enhance the performance of the actors. So the correct answer is D. Now moving to 1.24. What do we call acting of inventing, making up of film with little or no preparation? 1.24. So the correct answer on 1.24 is D. That is improvisation. That is the acting. That is the act of inventing or making up or performing with little or no preparation. Improvisation. What is meant by improvised drama? That is 1.25. So improvised drama, the correct answer is D. That is a play that is unplanned, unrehearsed, and made up of. So the correct answer is D. Now we come to 1.26. What refers to various means of communication that are used to reach and influence large audience? That is 1.26. And the correct answer there is B. That is media. Media refers to various means of communication that are used to reach and influence large audience. Which of the following best describe a scene work? So that is 1.27. And the correct answer there is A. Working on one scene of a larger drama. So that is that. So now we come to 1.28. 1.28, how best can you define filming? 1.28, and the correct answer there is C. That is a series of moving images shown on a screen, usually with sound, that makes up a story. That is that. 1.29, what do we call a system that converts visual images with sound into electronic signals? transmitting them by radio or other means, displaying them electronically on the screen. So that is 1.29, and the correct answer there is B. That is television. It's a system that conveys visual images with sound, electronic sound, signals, transmitting them by radio or other means, and displaying them electronically on the screen. So the correct answer is B, television. 1.30. Which statement best describes radio drama? 1.30. The correct answer is C. Radio drama. That is a play performed on radio using sound effects. So that is that. Now we're moving on to 1.31. What are the most powerful tools used in radio drama to communicate to the audience? 1.31. So the correct answer there is C, voice and music. So that is that. Then we have to move on. We have to move on to 1.32. 1.32 is what is a text analysis in drama? So the correct answer there is B. Today, for given, the correct answer is B, for given options. Why B? Because it is questioning the text in order to gain better understanding of author's message, style, or even characters. It's called a text analysis in drama. So that is that. 1.33. Which of the following best describe character development in drama? Character development in drama. So the correct answer there on 1.33 is P. That is the formation of character and how it evolves throughout the story. That is the correct answer for given options. 1.34. Which of the following is an example of character set story? 1.34. The correct answer is A. A character speaking in a mournful manner. So that is that. Now we come to 1.35. What is the purpose of using facial expression in drama? 1.35. Correct answer is B. That is to convey emotions and feelings. That is that. So now we come to 1.36. 1.36. What involves using the whole stage or parts of it, whether it is through the fourth wall or aside or monologue? So the correct answer for 1.36 is C. Movement patterns. What does monologue refer to? At least 1.37. The correct answer is C, because monologue is a speech by a single character, usually to express thoughts out loud. Like it says, it's what? Mono. So mono, no, mono means one. So it's a speech by a single character. So that is that the correct answer there is C. Correct answer there is C. Now we're moving on to 1.38. What do we call the process of placing actors on stage and the movement that they make? 1.38. The correct answer is A. Is blocking. It's blocking. 1.39. What is a critical reflection of important in drama? The correct answer there is T. It helps actors to improve their performance and develop their skills. So that is that. Now we come to 1.40, which is the last question for section 8. How can actors engage in critical reflection? So for given options, the correct answer is C. By watching recordings of their own performances and analyzing them. So the correct answer there is C. Now we can go to section B. We can now go to section B. Here we are on section B. Here we are on section B, question 2. Section B, question 2. So first question 2.1, explain the concept lead and follow. Explain the concept lead and follow. So here are our answers on question 2. When you talk of lead and follow, that is the lead role of actors in a scene or production. That is that. The lead role that is played by our actors in a scene or in a production. So that's that. Now coming to 2.2, when portraying an angry character, how would you use your body to suggest the mood? By portraying an angry character, how would you use your body to suggest the mood? So the correct answer here is that the facial expression. For example, intense eye contact, raised eyebrows, and nostrils play. So that can show your anger. Or character taking more space with their body on a stage or clenched fist. So that is that. 2.3. How is one convinced that someone portraying an angry character has connected emotionally with that character? So that is 2.3. So the person will be sweating. That is how that will show. Or the person will be crying, shaking, or throwing tantrums. So that is that. That's how someone can portray a character. 2.4, formation one technical element that could be included in a play. So here we can talk about props, we can talk costumes, we can talk about the set as well as makeup or sound. 2.5, to a round arena, center or island, stage and place your audience accordingly. So that is 2.5. So this is how we can draw it. So we're going to get a mark for drawing stage, a mark for labeling, so as a mark for labeling where the audience sit. So here it is. Here is our stage, here is our audience, as well as our audience. So that is that. 2.6. Mention one advantage and one disadvantage of television. The advantages of television. Television entertains, it educates, can make you aware. Also, via television, we can market, advertise, accessibility, cultural exchange, and shared experiences. But with its drawback, disadvantage of it is that loss of education for children, inappropriate visual for children, time wastage, separation of society, promotion of alcohol indirectly, negative effect on health. So that is that. How does a theater impact our lives? That is the last question. So theater helps us to gain what? Confidence. So through the theater, you can gain confidence. Theater makes us comfortable speaking in front of the large audience. So we can be very comfortable without shaking. Theater enables us to collaborate with others. So it brings that interaction. Theater inspires our lives. It motivates. Theater educates us. Also, theater promotes empathy and it builds what? Community. So this is the end of this presentation. So grade 9, make sure that you make use of this presentation for you to get ready and be well prepared for the exams that you're going to write under Creative Arts Drama Grade 9 for this coming exam that you're going to write very soon in November 2025. So thank you very much. Please share with others and please don't forget to hit the subscription button.